You're a psychologist who really focuses on actually helping a lot of men.
Yes.
And where I want to start today actually is, why is it that a man can say he loves you, he can actually seem really happy in that relationship, and then turn around and cheat on you?
Weirdly, in my experience, it is true. It's a dichotomy that took me a really long time to understand, because for me, in order to love me, you have to respect me. And cheating involves an element of disrespect that, I'm sure yourself as well, we don't really tolerate.
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop it if you have the attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well, we'll see. Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
What do we do when the very people we hire to help are the ones who cause us harm? And where do we go when the egos that stood so tall are now the ones that fall? Welcome back to Justice for All.
On August 23rd, a content creator by the name of John Dorsey, also known as Goob, dropped a video that was calling out another content creator and self-proclaimed therapist, psychologist, and relationship coach who goes by the name Sadia Khan. Now, Ms. Khan has made her own rounds with podcasts and her YouTube channel and Instagram and all of the other things, and has become rather internet famous over the past 2.5 years. Now, Goob, this particular creator, he makes videos that call out people that use filters, people that are in the physical health space, even mental health space, people, especially like, fitness creators and things like that, people that are in this space that help others to build up self-esteem and self-confidence. And he likes to call out the kind of BS that comes with those people and using filters, shaping their body, or they're changing their face in some way, these types of things. So he drops a video on Sadia Khan showing where she is very clearly using a waist slimming type filter. I didn't know there was such a thing, but waist slimming filter on what appears to be one of her public speaking engagements, where there would not be any such filter unless she was applying it herself, of course. Now, apparently, Ms. Khan saw this, and a couple of days later, she responded in typical Sadia Khan fashion by bullying and degrading and just being an outright vicious and nasty individual, which she is known to be. She did it not only to Goob, but also to many of his followers, as he then goes on to show in future posts. Now, here's where the story begins to take a turn, because he, of course, starts digging in even further, and people of the public begin privately sending him letters and Instagram DMs, and even some video and audio of her making phone calls and very threatening messages. And so, I'm just going to turn it over to him to let him tell you exactly what unfolded from there.
All right, guys, so this story is getting very bizarre. This is Sadia Khan, the online influencer psychologist that promises she can show you how to attract women, be a better man, and fix your relationship. I did a story on her the other day because she edits her videos and I thought it was very funny. I criticized her in the video because it was very obvious that she puts waist filters on any video where her full body is shown. And in a lot of her videos, she's talking about how much self-confidence she has and how she knows what she is, blah, 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 and that's what's necessary to attract a partner, etc., etc. But when I called her out, she lost her goddamn mind. Now it's been about 48 hours, and she has spent the last 2 days accusing my followers of being animal porn addicts, being cheaters, being prostitutes, and everything in between. But today she started a new trend. These are videos that my followers sent me. This person left a comment on her page, and she tried to call them via audio 4 or 5 times. And then when they wouldn't pick up, she left the threatening message that you'll see scroll by here, "Pick up, bitch, or I'm going to post your address online." And here's another one from another one of my following. Pick up, don't be scared. Don't be scared, pick up, calling over and over and over and over again. More threats. This is a person that sells one-on-one phone call coaching bullshits for 6,000 GBP, which I understand now is 8,000 USD, on how to be a high-value man. But hey, guys, I can save you the 6,000 GBP. If you want to call for free from Sadia, just leave a troll comment on her page. She'll try to call you over and over and over, free of charge.
So what has happened here is that behind the scenes, in the meantime, Sadia had reached out to Aba and Preach and asked him to take down this initial video. Obviously, they have over 2 million subscribers, and them making these videos and talking about this is going to be massive publicity that she does not want. So she reaches out, writes him, asks him, or says, "Hey, I'm willing to have a conversation with you. I'll be here with my husband, and I have evidence for all of these different things, and this is all just a big misunderstanding, and it's a scam, and all of these different things." So, in the meantime, Aba has also done his own research behind this, and he has found even more evidence online, because there's plenty of it, about what kind of character Sadia Khan really is, but also the con that she's actually running. See, he discovers what many people, including myself, have been looking into even as much as 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So, Aba takes her up on the offer and sets a Zoom date to have this hour-long talk interview where she is going to set the record straight. Now, unbeknownst to her, Aba and Goob, the Instagrammer who posted the initial video, they actually speak. And they set up a system where Goob, who is receiving all of this intel and information regarding Sadia, he's going to give it to Aba behind the scenes. And Aba is going to set up this conversation with her as this type of puff piece that's going to be coming to her aid and to her side and to present this evidence and to present her in a good light. She's going to use this man and his show with 2 million plus subscribers to her benefit. He knows this. And so he conspires behind the scenes with Goob to take this additional information, and he takes it into the meeting with her and then essentially puts her on the spot right there in the Zoom meeting, and she doesn't know that it's being recorded.
Here are the fast facts. Fact number 1, is she a psychologist? Absolutely not. She's not licensed anywhere, has not been. Fact number 2, she lies about her education. I went to her LinkedIn, she's got things noted, she's mentioned them to me personally. But after I did some digging, I found out that this girl has a bunch of Photoshop degrees that she just carries around and posts places online. Fact number 3, she claims that a lot of this stuff was doctored in regards to her being a side chick, the screenshots of the text messages.
The screenshots completely fake.
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop his dick if you have an attitude.
What I can tell you is that I happen to have access to some screenshots that are not public. And when I showed her, she looked a little distraught. So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding. You see that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. And who is that from?
And when I showed her, she looked a little distraught. She looked a little scared. And I said, you have nothing to be scared about. I appreciate your skills. And these text messages are great.
You did not say that.
I sure did. Now, fact number 4, despite claiming to be a psychologist, she does go and harass people and flames them in the most disgusting way. The way I set up this interview is first, I just get her to lay out her facts. I didn't accuse her of nothing. I didn't say anything. I'm like, a lot of people say some of these degrees are fake. Tell me. I know some of her facts are not true, but I wanted her to be able to say it so that if I confront them afterwards, they'd be like, well, this is what you just said 5 minutes ago. Can you explain this?
Thank you for taking the time to speak. I can't actually say anything because unfortunately in Dubai, they're so strict with everything. If you say anything, just I'm going to send you the PowerPoint so you can understand.
PowerPoint?
And, because it's like not properly. But so just if allegation by allegation, just so you...
So the voice message is what like, is it fake? It's not you, it's AI generated. I don't know. So now we move on to the cheater infidelity allegations. The one where she's a side piece. Who else has a side chick on this level? Gives them no stress. Told you I'm such a side chick.
No way. No way.
What are you going to do about it? I'll stop it if you have an attitude. And I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay, well,
and
we'll
the
see.
day after.
Okay.
I've been in situations where he's been with you in a social setting. He'll call me after.
And then I asked her specifically about the voice message where he talked about sucking dick very aggressively.
Screenshots and everything, we've actually traced it from Dubai police. They were able to give us the names. I worked with a particular person in 2021. I was in a relationship, but he was really, really into me. He used to always call me, always be like this. He was in a relationship as well. He was like a bit obsessed with me or whatever, but he wasn't in one relationship. He was in like 5, 6 different girls. He's a player like in Dubai, successful, those kind of people. And one girl called me and she was just like, oh, by the way, are you talking to this person? And I was just like, what are you talking about? No, I do not talk to him. And who are you to call me and ask him? Like, talk the whole, no, I don't have a memory of this conversation. I only did it when I started digging.
So she doesn't have a memory of this conversation.
But let me tell you more about it.
Mind you, this happened in 2021.
And I said, I don't touch your man. And this is my nature, right? This is honestly my nature. If I wanted to, I could suck his on your wedding day. If I wanted to, I could have your man. He's called me when he's in social situations saying, oh, you're so boring without you, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. So I was saying, if I wanted to, I could do all of this. And
so here in regards to this scandal that she is the side piece of this man who is engaged to be married, she does actually admit that it is her voice. You see, beforehand, the kind of scandal or the comeback to this has been, oh, well, that's AI. You can tell that it's fake and somebody's made this up to take her down. But here, in this conversation, she admits that, no, that is her on the voicemail. Except she claims that there was this man that she did know, and that this man was obsessed with her, but she didn't have anything to do with him romantically or sexually, and somehow this man's fiance gets her number and calls her and starts asking her about, what are you doing with my man, and yada yada, all this stuff. And her response to that as a therapist and a relationship coach, mind you, is to lash into this woman and essentially tell her that, I don't know your man, but if I did, I could perform sexual acts on him on your wedding day, on your birthday.
Man, I'll suck your dick. Come on, man, just hook me up. What the fuck you just say, nigga? Man, I said I'll suck your dick.
She's trying to say that this is a justified excuse in doing this, and that, it's more so bad behavior than pointing to the fact that she has been having an affair with this gentleman. It's beyond preposterous, of course, as you can see. But wait, it gets worse.
Just to be clear, in 2021, you didn't have a relationship with this person? You guys weren't...
Never had a relationship with this person.
Now, I had screenshots, but I needed to tie it to her. The screenshots I had a specific phone number on them. We didn't know who that phone number belonged to. The person who sent them in saying, "Oh, she was my fiance," she claims it belonged to Sadia, but we didn't have proof. So, watch this next part.
Also, just to confirm, I was given like 2 different numbers. I have one here. I don't know which one might be yours or maybe like the assistant. That says 9749. Is that wrong?
3719?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Do you see the way she said the last digits? Why is that important? That means she has the number in front of her. I didn't say the last numbers. She finished. How would you know that number?
How would you know?
That's a number you use often. She didn't just say one number. She said 3, 4 different last numbers.
Yeah.
That means she fucks with that number a lot. That's the fucking number that was sending all them texts claiming to be Sadia. So you wasn't a side chick? Huh? You just DMing this nigga pictures of yourself? But the con doesn't end.
But secondly, I was in a relationship. I was not with in his side chick.
I'm going to show y'all these nasty, raunchy screenshots that might turn you on, but will also make you disgusted. The best kind of erection. I'm going to show y'all these screenshots.
Why?
Y'all can see how your favorite dating coach really be out here in these streets.
God damn.
But yeah, we can have sex on Saturday.
Shut up, man.
Have fun. See you soon, gorgeous. You owe me dick, by the way.
Coming to give it to you. Wait there.
I'm waiting. But let's aim for not going back, though.
You never left.
No, babe. You never left.
Nah, I'm getting you pregnant.
Might as well.
Not looking after it, though.
What could go wrong except everything?
So these screenshots are not everywhere from my understanding. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what's going on there. And who is that from?
This was like, I guess, a screenshot from a video. So whoever sent this, I guess she was taking screenshots of sorts or taking pictures while she was like scrolling through.
Right. Okay. So it's got my teen's number on there. Because that's the number that you get.
She says it's her teen's number. No. So this number's not her. It's her teen, the team that nobody knows exists. Nobody's ever seen them. It just sounds like it's her texting.
Okay. So it's got my teen's number on there.
She was fucked, bro. Oh, all my lies are useless now.
And what about behavior? Do mental health professionals have a duty, an obligation to conduct themselves in a professional manner when it comes to their online presence? Is there a code of conduct, code of ethics that should be followed and adhered to when that professional is presenting themselves in the public sphere?
A bit better, Karen. We can see the curves in the wall. Not everyone is raised to be a sleut. Shut up. My content isn't for hoes. Get off my page. Kind regards. I asked her, is this kind of behavior becoming of a therapist?
I would just say that in general, just because as somebody's a surgeon doesn't mean that outside of their work they have to cut people's bodies open. I agree. I do agree.
My girl. I can tell you this much. If a surgeon acts like you act, insulting people and harassing people online, the job might have some questions for you. Oh, yeah, you could definitely use your license for that.
I agree. I do agree that it's not great conduct. And I've got a really bad temper on me. So, and which is something I definitely have learned my lesson not to bother doing. But I just see it as like, if you're not my client, why do you get my service? My service is a therapist. You're not paying for this service.
Right, but to my understanding as psychologists, there is still a code of conduct. So that even if you're off the job, there's probably certain behaviors that they would say is unbecoming of people of that profession, and then that's like based off of like the job that you're trying to engage in. This shouldn't be things that you would engage in. If someone is a psychologist or they hold these fields, and if they're behaving a certain way online, that would be something that would cause losing their license. You're not a bus driver, you know.
I do. Overall, I completely agree. There's no point me defending it because I completely agree. It's something I've been told for years. But I have this, and this is 100% my nature. You can ask my husband who's right here. I can't, and because I've been bullied so much my whole life.
Again, always a victim. And she says she has an anger problem and all this other stuff. Like, man, you're a therapist. You can't afford therapy.
All the connects, all the contacts to do something about that, my girl.
And I'll have you know, after this call was done, she went right back to shitting on people. Non-stop.
I wasn't doing psychology. 100%. I would be a drug dealer. There is no other job role on this planet that suits my personality more because I am so fearless. I have a very poor work ethic. I am unprofessional, and I don't respect the law.
Yes.
Yes, we know this. Come out the closet.
Hey, the first thing you said that was actually honest. Congratulations.
Hey,
do it.
That's it. Set it free. I lied about being a therapist. I lied about being a psychologist. I lied about having licenses. I lied and I was tricking. Just say it.
Now, as I said earlier, I'm going to be digging more into these concepts and these aspects of the story in part 2 of this series. But suffice to say, right now, what she is doing here with people in these comments, the way that she is behaving, the way that she is speaking, there is no way that anyone of the professional pedigree that she is claiming would ever speak this way. This is one of the reasons, one of the main reasons why she has been suspect really ever since the beginning. Now, like I said, we'll get more into that in part 2. But the suspicious activity doesn't end there because, of course, the other major aspect of why she has been such a sus character from the beginning comes down to her education, or lack thereof.
I asked her if they were ever on her website. I know they were on her website. I want to see if she's on this. She took them off a long time ago. What she didn't know is that there's something called the Wayback Machine. Everything on the internet lives forever. So I went through her website archives and I saw what it looked like a couple of years ago. And I found what she had. Look at this shit, bro. This was on her website as proof that she's educated. So this is her Bachelor of Science. Here it is. This fake fucking Photoshop degree of a master's was on her website, my nigga. It has no date. When do you ever see a degree with no date of issue?
No date.
Do you see the name? That is a clearly Photoshopped on top of this degree.
On top of this, that is. For basically what happened was she probably took the pictures of that somewhere. And because she took it, it's kind of pixelated.
Yes.
And then she added her name on, which is a clear name.
Okay, you see Master of Science, Psychology of Education?
Yeah, that never happened.
Not only did it never happen, but I got something good for you.
Oh my God.
You said she took it from somewhere. She took it from here, nigga. This is it right there. It's the same doctor. It's the same everything. That's it. She stole this person's degree.
She's trying to lose the degree. Oh my God.
Anyone who has a degree will tell you they would never issue you that without a date.
No, not without a date. That's crazy.
Again, remember, this was on her website as proof that she has that education. She sent me every degree, never sent me her master's. The reason why is she knows it looks bad if she tries to fake that shit too. Now,
sadiapsychology.com.
It was on her website. Now we go to the next one. The devil's in the details. It all matters to the con. Okay, Center of Excellence is the one that she always brings up and she shows everyone the degrees or whatever.
So what
it's an online school sham. Not serious. You would never become a psychologist from going to this school for 1,000 years. It's one of those places where you go online, you say a bunch of things, and then they give you a piece of paper. That's it. And there's a lot of fake schools that exist online like that, where you can just pay some money and you get a certificate, but it doesn't actually apply for any real world jobs. Ooh, so this one she thought she got rid of. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Do you see this Photoshop?
Again, it's the same thing. It's not the same fonts.
So the British Psychology Society is actually real.
Oh.
It is accredited. It's a serious thing. If you have something that goes through them, that means that you're legit.
The certificate is likely real, as in from COE, but it's not a legitimate credential for psychology practice. The BPS logo is extremely misleading.
What she did was to give herself a more legit feel. She just fucking photoshopped these two together.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's what she did to give. You can look it up. Center of Excellence and British. Nothing to do with each other. Okay, now listen to her explanation again because I asked her about this.
Yeah, I guess the question was like the British Psychological Society. I guess they didn't really have an association with the Center of Excellence, and so they questioned how these things were like merged together.
When you are BPS accredited, what that simply means is that organization has put it through BPS and they've approved of it. I can send any details for that if that needs it.
She's saying the Center of Excellence put it, but they can't. The Center of Excellence is a place where they have stuff like herbology and like spirituality.
The logo placement at the top is misleading. The British Psychological Society is shown. The BPS does not recognise COE courses as valid qualifications for psychology practice.
They don't. I contacted them. They said, we have nothing to do with the Center of Excellence. We've never had.
Me personally, I feel like as a Muslim woman who's got brown skin, the moment you come up in their world, just like Jay Shetty, the moment we come up and you're not looking like them, they automatically assume that you're not real. You'll see white content creators, white coaches, the Matthew Husleys or the other kind of coaches in the world. Nobody asks, checks, cares what their background is. They just assume that they're perfect. But when you're of color, or particularly in my position, I felt like a woman, and as long as you're not super old or you're not white, you simply can't be qualified.
I definitely hear what you're saying earlier in regards to maybe other content creators, maybe those of a different complexion, not receiving the same kind of scrutiny. But from my knowledge, I think you're probably one of the only content creators in the space who, I think is like considered a psychologist, at least at this degree and this level. And so I think because you have this added title, I think there's a little bit of extra added scrutiny.
Now, the issue of Sadia's education and her background and lack thereof, and her actual legitimate credentials has, of course, been in question really since the very beginning. Rolo in the Red Pill space made a tweet about it. There's been other people that have come forward that have called into suspicion her background, her credentials, and even cited these things as being falsified, of being forgeries. This is not new. It's just new to the widespread scope of which it is being passed around on the internet now. There were small pockets of people that kind of saw this. And then, as time went on, of course, more people started looking into it. More people started noticing, hey, this individual has some interesting takes on things that seem a little suspect. And then, of course, when they try to scope her out online, Instagram, and they see the behavior and the vocabulary that she is using with people in her comments consistently, it's diabolical and inexcusable. Like I said, we're going to dive into that aspect more and talk about these different things in part 2. But for now, the story continues.
Today's topic, Sadia Khan. Homegirl responded after the little expose that we did where we kind of exposed her for being a fraudulent health professional.
But is there a way that we can avoid talking about the screenshots altogether?
She threatened to sue us. But not only that, Sadia's got on Instagram and finally responded after all the backlash. She went radio silent. She shut down her socials. She shut down her WhatsApp groups claiming to have degrees which were photoshopped and faked. She's decided to come out and make a statement. Sadia decided to send us a threatening lawyer. Okay? And I got the email. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
Spicy.
Ooh. She wanted to sue me all the way from Dubai, so she hired an American law firm. And they sent me this letter. I'm going to read it for you guys, word by word.
In the meantime, Sadia has contacted an American firm and is threatening suit against Goob and Aba. But of course, that's probably not going to work out so well for her.
A firm where you pay a bit of money and they just send out letters on your behalf. That's why this was poorly done. Didn't have my name. It didn't include any of the defamatory statements. It didn't specify anything. The reason being is that this is a sham. This is nonsense. And you know what? If you want to sue me, Sadia, I welcome it. I beg you. Fucking do it. Because then we're going to have something called discovery. And I'm going to need to see that fucking degree.
The problem is that they're going to have to go after you, and they're going to have to see the veracity of what you're doing.
Baby.
You see, if you try to do that and we go there,
yes,
we go to the extent of what you want to do, which is suing us, what's going to happen is that you're going to be under what we call scrutiny. They're going to ask you and demand you for the same thing that we are asking you for, that you're not able to provide. And then they're not us, but they're going to be able to prove our point. So please go ahead. It is not in your best interest to do so.
Let me just say this. The ultimate defense against defamation is truth. Meaning if the statements that you said are true and can't be defamatory. My girl, my favorite porta potty. We are not in Dubai. We have laws here that allow us to make statements publicly, provided that they are true. And if they're not, then you have to still prove that it defamed you. Good luck. You want to spend that money, girl? Good. But discovery means you're going to have to fork over emails. I'm going to need to see that DHA license that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see that BCP certificate that you claim that you have. I'm going to need to see all them things.
But we're not going to ask for
And I know it'll never show up because they don't fucking exist. But you know what? I welcome it. Sue me. Hey, nigga, sue me. I welcome it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know me, You hear this floor clacking? You know what that means? I live in the same $900 a month, which I split with my roommate, so that's $450 for the last 10 years. That means every YouTube dollar I made, I did not invest in this place. I continue to live in this rinky-dink apartment, okay? That means I saved a lot of money, and I'll blow it on this lawsuit. Try me. Oh, yes, I will, and I'll enjoy every second of it. I got time to waste. Try me.
Even your lawyer, before you even go into proceeding into suing us, your lawyer is going to be like, okay, well, do you have a license? And your lawyer is going to ask to see it. And your lawyer is going to ask to see all that DHQ. All your lawyer is going to ask to see whatever certificate you got from British. They're going to ask that. That's your lawyer. In order to be able to form a defense against us, your lawyer is going to ask to see it.
But you know what?
And when your lawyer is not going to see it, he's going to advise you not to proceed, to give us what you need.
But don't worry about defense.
I'm not worried.
Because you know what they say?
What they say?
The best defense is a good offense.
Sure.
You want to do the law thing? Okay. Well, guess what I did? I know your booty live up in there, Dubai, right? Right? Being a porta potty, do whatever you got to do. Cool. Guess what? You've been claiming to have a DHA license. You've been claiming that you're allowed to do what you do as a medical professional because your clients are overseas. That's what you told me. I asked you if you have a DHA license, which every medical professional, especially those calling themselves psychologists, need to have if they offer services in Dubai. You claim that because your your clients are overseas, that it's acceptable for you to not have that license.
The only reason I don't have a DHA license is because when I first qualified, it expired. I didn't renew it because I was now online and I wasn't working in clinics. And in clinics, you need a DHA license.
I guess my question is, have you ever really had a DHA license in Dubai?
I started applying for it, but then my career took off.
That's not what you said.
Well, I contacted the DHA to ask myself because I don't believe that. So let's see what they say. You want to see?
Oh, my God. You really fucking did it.
Hey, man. The conversation starts as, this is Aya. How may I assist you? I said, hello. I'm looking for information about a psychologist in Dubai who offered me services online. I'm trying to determine if she's legitimate. The person replies, oh, sure, we'd love to assist you. Is this Mrs. or Mr. Dave? I said, my name is Mr. Newman. Dave is my middle name. My first name, my middle name is Fresh. She said, okay, man. She said, please note that all professionals in the medical field must have a DHA license to practice the field. I said, even if her client is overseas while she's based in Dubai, she sent me this email claiming she doesn't need to be licensed, and I didn't believe her. I sent her the email that she sent me. If she's doing online treatments from Dubai, she must have a license to be a psychologist over there. And she goes, yes. To offer those services? She goes, yes. So she confirmed for me. My own research confirmed for me that everyone in Dubai who practices, doesn't matter whether your clients are there or not. So she's been running this medical practice illegally this whole time. And it turns out there's a bunch of people on the ground right now contacting DHA Association nonstop. Now, look, I'm not going to pursue this anything crazy. I'm just putting this information out there. If you check the description below, we have a little website that we set up. Shout out to Goob. Goob helped me with this. Oh, here's the website. Can you see it? What does it say?
Sadia.
Sadia.com. Okay. If you have a history of hiring Sadia Khan as a therapist, go click on the link right now. Psychologist, go check the description right now. You want to play with me? Want to play with me? I'll play. Attending one of our events or buying any of our programs, please click the link to provide proof of this to the Dubai Health Authority. And there's a little link you clear out there. And also, if you want to hear more from Sadia,
Welcome to the show.
Whoa. Somebody got a full track on that. Yo, check the description if you want to know where that's from.
Yo.
Whether or not they're going to choose to enforce their laws over there in Dubai is none of my business. It's not my concern. But I do know that if enough people contact them and let them know that she's over there, flaunting the fact that she doesn't respect the law, the fact that she doesn't care, and that she'll do her business her way because she's unprofessional, and in another life she'd be a criminal if she wasn't a therapist, according to her words.
Her words.
If I wasn't doing psychology, 100%, I would be a drug dealer. There is no other job role on this planet that suits my personality more because I have a very poor work ethic. I am unprofessional and I don't respect the law. I'm like, law schmo, it's fine, we'll get away with it, it's not a problem.
I think it's okay to let them know that someone's coming into their country disrespecting them. And you go to Ethiopia, laws are laws. And sometimes they enforce them, sometimes. But if you shit on Ethiopians while you over there, if you disrespecting them, well, now the laws exist.
It's a wrap.
So, you know, if you watch it right now, wondering how you can get involved, check the description, I'm just saying. And if you were one of the people who might have been buying her services and you were aggrieved, scammed, you are allowed to contact the DHA. They want to hear from you because you are a primary source in that you are one of her patients. I'm going to read her reply to everything that's happened. Let's take a look. I would like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to my followers, friends, tricks, families, lovers, kindness, and support during this challenging time. It is for you and for you alone that I feel it is important to address some of the false narratives. Ooh. First and foremost, I want to reassure you that I'm fully trained to practice the work I do.
No. Liar!
I am fully trained to practice the work I do. I will not allow fabrications like this to invalidate the values I stand for.
Sure.
To my loyal community, I'm so deeply sorry for the distress these rumors may have caused you. Cool. Where's your master's degree? And where's your certificate from the British Psychological Society?
Yeah, and British.
That's it. You know, she said she wanted to address some of the narratives. You notice she never addressed the stuff that's actually important or substantial about her. She just said it's fake news. That's it. It's so easy. If you have the degree, show it. You're a medical professional. Show it. If I ask any doctor, he's got it in his frame in his office. You ask for it, they'll send it to their patients. They have no problem. You won't because you're a fraud. You're not a psychologist. You're not trained. You're not licensed. You're a scammer.
And you're probably not even fiancé. That's besides the point. It's like asking any athletes, where's your medals? On the wall.
That's it. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Go talk to any medical professional that you know and ask them, do they carry photoshopped degrees with them at all times?
No.
Do they post photoshopped degrees that they made?
Absolutely not.
Just ask them and then come back and sue.
And that, my friends, is where the story stands as of now. She did contact an American firm and sent Aba and Goob letters with intent to sue. However, Aba was right in what he said. This is, of course, absolutely nonsense. Number one, she can't, because she would then have to go through the discovery process. And the last thing that a Sadia Khan artist wants is anyone snooping around discovering the con that they've been perpetrating, right? And of course, number two, she lives and operates out of Dubai, where this is very, very serious. These are serious allegations, and they do not take lightly to things like this, nor should they. She doesn't want that. Now, these guys, as you saw, have set up a website which maybe you want to check out, sidepiecesadia.com, where they have a direct link to email these officials and tell them if you have been scammed by her, if you are one of her clients that have been through a process and lost hundreds or thousands of dollars, and also if you are someone that has been verbally abused by her and you want to send in the things that she has said, because no professional should or would ever speak to anyone like that in any regard, let alone in a public forum where it is actually in writing. I mean, the absurdity knows no bounds here. So, they know it's a sham. They're right. It's not going to happen. It's a PR stunt that she has put out with her little Instagram message saying, oh, I'm so sorry about the rumors and all of the misunderstandings about me being a side piece and yada, yada, yada. Nonsense. Foolishness. Another high-value influencer bites the dust. It's 2025. All of this maniacal egotism, it's not going to stand any longer. Not now. Not going forward. And I want to give a shout out to these gentlemen, Goob and Aba and Preach. I realize in this video I borrowed very heavily from their content, and I simultaneously thank them and apologize. But I started working on this, and then this started rolling out. I could not have done a better job than what these guys did. So, my hats off to you gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for this service. I'm going to leave the links to their shows in these episodes, my show notes. But thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. This isn't gossip. This isn't just a bunch of people trying to gang up on somebody on the internet. This is serious fraud, manipulation, deception. People that are approaching others that are in need, that are in a vulnerable state, mental, emotional, physical, falling on hard times in life, and needing and reaching out for help. And a con artist comes and takes advantage of people who are hurting and suffering. It won't stand. Not anymore. So, we'll get into more of those details and why all of this is important for all of us at this point in time and moving forward. Until then, I am Aaron Justice. This is Justice for All. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in part 2.
Welcome to the show. Here's what we gon' do. Goob and Aba lawyer, better hit the 1-2. Cause they always double down when they caught up in the bluff. Trying to stay alive when they slipping in the mud. Could've made peace, but instead you chose blood. Had to play games, then you done your own luck. Begging for attention, hope you get the lesson. Maybe next time you can edit your perspective. Sadia, I'll just say those things are cool. But you know they always lose. And you gotta face the truth. Sadia, are you really gonna sue? Or was it just a phase to you? 'Cause now you're on the docket too.